Man's Search for Meaning, a summary of Viktor Frankl's profound work. Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning is a powerful and enduring book that combines his harrowing experiences as a prisoner in Nazi concentration camps during World War II with his unique psychotherapeutic theory, logotherapy. It offers profound insights into human resilience, the nature of suffering, and the ultimate human quest for meaning. Background of the author. Viktor E. Frankl, 1905 to 1997, was an Austrian neurologist, psychiatrist, and philosopher. Before World War II, he was already developing his psychotherapeutic approach, which he called logotherapy. As a Jewish man, Frankl, along with his pregnant wife, parents, and brother, was deported to various Nazi concentration camps, including Theresienstadt, Auschwitz, and Dachau, between 1942 and 1945. He lost his entire family in the Holocaust. These horrific experiences, rather than destroying his spirit, became the crucible in which his theories were tested and profoundly deepened. He observed firsthand the psychological responses of prisoners, noting that those who found a sense of purpose, even in the direst circumstances, were more likely to survive. After the war, he became a renowned professor, lecturer, and author, further developing and disseminating logotherapy. Book summary and concepts. Man's Search for Meaning is divided into two main parts. Part 1, Experiences in a Concentration Camp. In this autobiographical section, Frankl recounts his observations and reflections on daily life in the concentration camps. He describes the psychological phases prisoners typically went through. Shock, the initial reaction upon arrival, often characterized by a delusion of reprieve, where prisoners clung to the false hope that things wouldn't be as bad as imagined. This quickly gave way to despair and the contemplation of suicide. Apathy. As the brutal reality of camp life set in, prisoners developed an emotional detachment and indifference, a form of emotional death, to cope with the constant deprivation, humiliation, and violence. Their inner lives, however, often became more intense as they retreated into memories or imagined conversations with loved ones. Disillusionment. Upon liberation, many survivors faced profound disillusionment. The long-awaited happiness did not automatically arrive, and they struggled with bitterness and the realization that their suffering did not magically end with freedom. Through these observations, Frankl highlights a crucial insight. Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. Even in the most extreme conditions, he witnessed individuals who chose to comfort others, share their meager rations, or find solace in nature or art, demonstrating that human dignity could be preserved through inner spiritual freedom. Part 2, Logotherapy in a Nutshell. This section formally introduces Frankl's psychotherapeutic approach, logotherapy, which he coined as the Third Venus School of Psychotherapy, after Freud's psychoanalysis and Adler's individual psychology. The core concept of logotherapy is that the primary motivational force in human beings is a will to meaning, not a will to pleasure, Freud, or a will to power, Adler. Key concepts of logotherapy include meaning of life under all circumstances. Frankl asserts that life has meaning under all circumstances, even in suffering and death. The meaning is not something we invent, but something we discover. Frankl identifies three principal ways for individuals to find meaning in their lives. 1. By creating a work or doing a deed, through purposeful work, contributions, and accomplishments. 2. By experiencing something or encountering someone, through love, relationships, and appreciating beauty, example, nature, art. 3. By the attitude we take toward unavoidable suffering. Even when suffering cannot be avoided, we can choose our attitude towards it, transforming a personal tragedy into a triumph. This is the ultimate freedom. Existential vacuum. Frankl describes the existential vacuum as a widespread phenomenon in modern society, characterized by a lack of meaning, boredom, apathy, and emptiness. This can lead to neuroses and psychological distress. New dynamics. Logotherapy promotes a healthy tension between what one is and what one ought to become, or between what one has already achieved and what one still has to accomplish. This dynamic tension is essential for mental health and a sense of purpose. Techniques of logotherapy. While the book focuses more on the philosophy, Frankl briefly mentions techniques like paradoxical intention, intending to do the very thing one fears to alleviate anticipatory anxiety, and dereflection, shifting focus away from one's problems to meaningful goals. In essence, Man's Search for Meaning is a testament to the indomitable human spirit. It argues that while we cannot always control our external circumstances, we always retain the freedom to choose our response, find meaning, and thus transcend our suffering. It encourages readers to shift from asking, "What can I expect from life?" to "What does life expect from me?" and to embrace their unique responsibility in answering life's questions. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring book summaries. Until next time, stay strong, stay thoughtful.